Hey everybody, and welcome to Steelbook Obsessed. My name is Jake, and today it's the first of the month. So that means we are going to go over every single Steelbook release that's coming out this month. And boy howdy, there are a lot, and I mean a lot of releases to talk about. In fact, let's waste no more time. Share this screen, go over to the tier list right here. And as you can see down here, we have a lot of titles. I want to say it was like 23, 24-ish titles, and there are a lot of heavy hitters on this sucker. I'm going to go through them week by week just so you can kind of know what releases come out when. And if you like this type of content, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, all that fun stuff, trying to grow this sucker as much as I can. It's growing pretty dang good at the moment. So if you want to add to the growth, just please do that. That'd be great. But let's go on to the first title, shall we? Taxi Driver. Cannot wait for this release. I am going to type Taxi Driver in. Taxi Driver Steelbook. Let's stop sharing this screen. Go over to Amazon. Boom, boom. All of the Amazon links I will leave in the description below just in case you kind of want to pick them up after I get done talking about them. And I want to say Taxi Driver is going to be one of those where you're just like, man, that looks freaking great. Because look at this sucker. If you were not fortunate enough to get the Columbia Classics Volume 1 or 2, one of those two, I did not. I have Columbia Classics 3 and 4, and I've wanted to have Taxi Driver in 4K for so freaking long. I think this Steelbook looks pretty sharp right off the bat. I love the image that they went with here because it's not one that really screams like you've seen this image a lot on Taxi Driver. But, you know, it tells what the movie is going to be about in a nutshell. You kind of get the evolution of Travis Bickle in the front, in the back, and then on the side. I kind of like that aspect, too. You get different artwork on the discs. It is the same artwork as a Steelbook, but at least they went the extra mile and put different artwork on the disc. So what I think I'm going to do right out of the bat here, I am going to go back to the tier list. And I think this is a solid, very good release. It's not blowing my skirt up or anything, but it is very, very strong. And I want to say that's one of the packages I got in the mail today from Sony. I still need to open it up, but I plan on filming another video once I'm done with this one. So just stay tuned to see what that looks like, or buy it in stores or on Amazon tomorrow because it comes out tomorrow, which is pretty cool. Next one up, I am not the biggest fan of whatsoever. But we have some comments in here. Let me throw these out. Hey, Steelbook Obsessed. Just wanted to tell you I'm waiting on the Forrest Gump Walmart Steelbook. Right now it's stuck in Kentucky. That's not fun. How's it going, Mel? Taxi Driver Steelbook looks great. I think so too. Volume 2. Okay, very good. Of the Columbia Classics. Thank you very much. What's going on, Justin? But right now the Crow Steelbook is finally coming out tomorrow in Australia. Nice to hear, Joshy. Glad you're able to get your hands on that sucker. But since this is a Walmart exclusive, let's do Forrest Gump Steelbook. Boom. That is going to be right here. It looks very similar to one that came out from Best Buy about 3 years ago now, I believe. Let's share the screen. Let's go to Walmart. Here it is. Forrest Gump. And one cool thing that they are adding to this release that kind of has me on the fence of picking it up. I am just an okay Forrest Gump fan. I do think it's a little bit on the overrated side. It's a fine movie. It's not like classics American cinema, but I do like the fact that they include the soundtrack on here. And the soundtrack comes on 2 different CDs, which is very cool. You get 5 discs with this sucker. That's pretty sweet. The Blu-rays are the ones that have been out forever. I'm curious to see what the 4K transfer looks like. I've never seen Forrest Gump in 4K. But there we get the front and the back. I still don't know what the inside of the Steelbook looks like. But this gives me enough to go off of. The front looks very similar to the one we got from Best Buy. The back is just a box of chocolates. Get it? I mean, if you have a movie that is spanning literal decades, why not use some of that imagery instead of just like the lazy bench and the lazy box of chocolates? You're just going through the motions with this Steelbook here. So I have no choice. I'm sorry, Forrest Gump. I'm sorry, but you are just getting a good. It's close to not good for me. It's close to not good, but you're playing the hits. You know what's safe. You're going in the good. Let's see here. We have 5 more releases coming out tomorrow, which is pretty dang cool to say. And a lot of these right now are Walmart exclusives from Lionsgate. So let's waste no more time and go over to the next one. Angel Has Fallen, right? Is that the title for it? Angel Has Fallen Steelbook. There we go. Let's share the screen. I always forget to share the screen. There's so many like jumping back and forth with this. It's the only negative on doing this. I like doing this. I wish there was an easier way to share the screen. But look at that Steelbook. For the 3rd entry in the Fallen trilogy, there was Olympus, there was London, and then Angel, the man himself. He has fallen. Oh no. Help him up. I like this artwork a lot. For a movie I don't really give 2 farts about, that looks pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even a big Gerald Butler fan. I mean, he's fine, but Jesus, that face is very intimidating. I love a good Lionsgate slipcover. Is this one that has a slipcover? I thought it does. Okay, I'm not going crazy. Thank God. Slipcover is down there. We got some more nice. Lionsgate does not make bad artwork on their steelbooks or their disc. This looks a little similar, but it's different. I swear to you, the disc artwork is going to be different than what is on the steelbooks themselves. I've never seen Angel Has Fallen. I think I've only seen Olympus. Olympus was enough for me. But this steelbook, man, if you're a fan of this movie, I would say pick this up in a heartbeat. I think this sucker looks absolutely great. I'm either very good or amazing. I think the whole kit and caboodle of this thing, I'm going amazing. Screw it. I'm doing it. I think this is very solid. The 4th of July is Thursday. This is a very patriotic release. They know what you need to get an impulse buy on the 4th of July weekend at Walmart. Gerald Butler, 4th of July Independence. Fuck yeah, let's get this. Yep. But there's another one coming out at Walmart. Let me share the screen one more time. Let's do this, do that. There's another one that I'm a little bit more intrigued on picking up, and that is, if I remember the correct title, Diary of the Dead, right? Steelbook, there it is. Okay. I've never seen Diary of the Dead. I think I've seen every other Romero Dead movie except for Diary of the Dead. Here is the front cover. Here is the front and back. It's got a very, simple yet striking concept. No slipcover on this one. And it's also only a Blu-ray. But since this is a movie I don't have in the collection, I do plan on picking this up. I wish it was $19.95. For some reason, $19.95, $99, and $21.35 feel like it's like $100 difference to me. $20 is my sweet spot. Anything over that, I'm like, do I need this? And one of the main reasons why I'm hesitant on picking this up is because I watched Survival of the Dead not too long ago, like a couple of months ago, and it was terrible. It was terrible. And I know that he made this before that one, but they were both like pretty dang close to coming out. And if Survival was bad, I'm nervous Diary is going to be bad. It's got the gimmick of like a camcorder on a lot of these. I think camcorder plays a big. I don't know a lot about this movie, but I do think a camcorder gets played a lot because that was the it thing to do back in the aughts, the late aughts. So let's see here. I'm not quite sure where I land on this. I kind of want to get your guys' opinions in the comments. I'll kind of jump back in here. Kind of meh for Gump. I have the Best Buy light blue one. Do I have that one? I think I do have that one. Forrest Gump. I do. Oh, if I can get it. So I do have the 4K. No, it's only Blu-ray. Okay. This is the Best Buy one. It looks exactly like, even with the box of chocolates, like they did the bare minimum. This makes me want to move Forrest Gump down, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to compare it to other releases that the movie has had. This is just so dang similar. You just pre-ordered Joker Steelbook, Walmart, and the Beetlejuice 4K exclusive. Very, very nice. You got your Angels Has Fallen Steelbook already. Very cool. Angels Fallen. Use the life alert. Absolutely. You just picked one up. Finally, I have the first one on 4K. Yeah, First Blood and Last Blood, those Rambo ones, those look nice. I have the big 4K set. Tomorrow, I'm going to be posting a video where I go through all of my Steelbook box sets. And one element that I haven't seen a lot of people in the physical media landscape go over is like how much they paid for their collection and how much it's worth now in the collection, or just in the inner space, on the World Wide Web. So tomorrow, the video is like almost an hour long. I go over every single Steelbook box set in detail, and I go over what like they've currently sold for on eBay in the past like 90 days. I thought it took a lot of research on my end, but I really like the way that the video turned out. So hopefully you tune in tomorrow to kind of look it over, because I have a lot of very cool box sets that I feel like don't get enough love. Got to get the Angel Has Fallen 4K Steelbook. Double dipping on this. I want it, but $30 for Angel Has Fallen seems a bit steep. But the Steelbook one is nice. The Steelbook looks phenomenal. That Diary of the Dead Steelbook is like the Cloverfield Steelbook without the slipcover, kind of. I mean, the same camcorder aspect. Those aughts, man. Those late aughts. Got Taxi Driver and Meg. Diary of the Dead Today. Love all the artwork. Very good. Oh, the Gump one I have is different in the 4K. This one looks exactly like, am I crazy? Does this one look exactly like the other one? I think it might. You just found out your Twilight 4K Steelbook set is worth about $450 now, brand new. Yeah, that's one of the ones that I have as well. That thing was selling for pennies because they had a surplus of them. And then Best Buy went away, and then a lot of the Best Buy exclusives skyrocketed. So again, I will go over that on the video tomorrow, but I never research how much stuff is worth now in the collection because I already have it in the collection. Yeah, the Ungentlemanly Warfare Steelbook, I enjoy quite a bit. I got that one too, Chuck. But I don't think I have put Diary of the Dead in anywhere. So let's go and do that. Diary of the Dead for me is a very good. I think the concept is strong on this Steelbook. I will always be a sucker for original artwork. Slipcover might have put it over the top, but there isn't one. It's a very solid budget release. I will be picking this one up tomorrow for sure. Going to Walmart, and hopefully my Walmart has it. Fingers crossed. But let's go over to another one to where like I'm a little peeved that they're doing this because I already have this movie on 4K. So when I saw this Steelbook come out, I was like, really? Do I really need another reason to pick up another version of a movie I don't like that much? That's the Meg. I think the Meg is absolutely fine. And I have this Steelbook. Oh, I didn't even... This one's a 4K for $23. Oh, I thought this was going to be 30, and I would be like, absolutely no way. That artwork looks so freaking good. The colors that they chose on this look so nice. I love this artwork. Even though I don't love the movie, I have a problem. Like, I feel like I need this Steelbook, but I don't need this Steelbook. I already have this movie on 4K. Oh my God, that looks so good. On the back, it's a shark eating another shark. I love this release. I love everything about this release. Even though I don't like the movie that much, I think I am going to go and put the Meg second 4K release in amazing. I think that sucker is amazing. This is what I love Steelbooks for. I love the original artwork that they go on there. I love how the artwork absolutely pops on the Steelbook. This is one that I would put up on my Steelbook wall, like just on the magnets. Put it up all summer long. That sucker looks so sharp. Maybe if it was even the second one, I would get it. I don't know. Because I have the second one, but not on Steelbook. I don't need to buy this. There's no reason for me to buy this. I'm not going to buy it. There's too many things to buy in July. So no way. But good try, Meg. Good try. Next one we have here. Got to pop screens once again. This is another Walmart exclusive. I love it when Walmart has all these exclusive Steelbooks drop. They got to fill that section. You know what I'm saying? This is Cocaine Bear, man. There it is. I already have this movie on Blu-ray, and this is still only a Blu-ray. But this is another budget release. It's only $22. And I like the way the sucker looks. It looks more of like a camp pamphlet that you would get, like a park pamphlet that you would just pick up on one of those, like where a map is when you're driving into the forest, the park, the reservation. This looks so good. The inside doesn't even... I haven't looked a lot at this Steelbook in person, so, or like at all. I saw the front cover and that's about it. So you're getting my real world determination on where this goes. I like the artwork they chose for the Blu-ray. I think that sucker looks sharp. If this is a 4K, I would probably get it. This movie was fine, but I wasn't in love with it. This scene on the disc right here is by far the main reason, the only reason why I would want to double dip on this release. I've never seen a release like this to where like the center is so blank and then the edges, like helpful information. I guess it's taking that pamphlet model and still doing that. Kind of interesting. This is an intriguing release for me, for sure. The back also has that cocaine bear. Don't like that as much. I wish the disc was the only place where that was. Again, the raccoon or something. You can't see all of this release because it's blocked off on the back. That's a little unfortunate. This is an intriguing release. This is one to where like they put effort. They put time and effort into going and putting new artwork on this sucker. And I can appreciate that. I really can. Even if the movie is just like, okay, I can definitely put some respect on the original artwork. I think this is a very good release. I like the conceptual Steelbooks quite a bit. Quite a bit. And this next one, I don't know too much about. I'm going to go over this very quick. I don't even know if I'm going to spell it right. There it is. Okay. I looked it up. That's the only reason why I know what this is. Let's stop sharing this. Let's go over here to this. Evangelion. Bye-bye all of Evangelion. Oh, God. Okay. I got to go over here. Sorry, just a second. I do not know anything about a lot of anime. Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.11 Thrice Upon a Time limited edition steelbook. Huzzah! It's a G Kids. That's so plain. That is bare bones, dude. That is just white. That I don't even know what to think about that. For me, not knowing what the series is at all, there's so much color on the J card. Where's it all at on here? Why is it so blank? You going for a statement with Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.11? I don't know about this one. I don't know about it. I think, for me, swing and a miss. I don't even... Does it go to not good? I think it's fine. I think it's good. I don't think it's like a terrible release. It's going for something. It just doesn't go all the way for me. And I really wanted that one to go all the way. It doesn't. Let's see here. We have some more comments here. Diary of the Dead doesn't seem interesting to me. I'm not really a horror person. You like some, but not a lot. The older I get, the more of a horror person I become. And I have a lot of fun with that genre. And if that's the only movie that I need to finish like the Dead franchise, I feel like I just need to bite the bullet and buy it and watch it already. You just canceled 8 pre-orders. You got swept up on pre-ordering steelbooks. There are so many sales going on this month. It's insane. On Wednesday, I'm recording an episode of my podcast live with Last Movie Standing over on YouTube. And we're going to talk about Crybaby from Kino Lorber, but we're also going to talk about all of the sales that are going on and kind of the circumstances we're both in. Because Last Movie Standing just came out with a video today saying that he is not going to buy anything in July because he bought so much in June. And I have kind of saved up to buy things in July, but I'm just trying to think of like where I'm going to put my hard-earned money, because there is the Kino Lorber sale. Their Camp Arrow is going to happen this month. The Criterion 50% off sale. The Umbrella is doing a BOGO out of nowhere. Love to see it, but not July. Do August or something. There is Vinegar Syndrome is having their sale this week too, where every day I feel obligated to go and kind of like feed the main vein with like, okay, what are they going to do? How am I going to be able to get movies that I want for cheap? Hopefully they pick mine. Hopefully they pick the one I want. Vinegar Syndrome just like makes collecting physical media into a game, and I love it and hate it at the same time. But they're like, the majority of their releases that I've gotten I haven't liked, but I love how they gamify buying physical media. It's the best. I might have to pre-order that Steelbook, the Meg. I didn't like Cocaine Bear. Watched it 5 minutes of it and turned it off. I agree for the most part, but there's a good chunk in the middle that I think is worth a watch. The ending sucks. The ending to Cocaine Bear I did not like. Why was Cocaine Bear not in 4K? Pretty sure. Yeah, it is like even on the Walmart website, there is a 4K version. They're just not doing that one for the Steelbook. What's up, Eli? If it was $15, you'd buy, not 21. That's the way I am. I was like 20 and 22. I'm like, that seems that $20 is my sweet spot, man. Yeah, you don't like that Steelbook. J cards, you throw them in the trash. I keep mine, but I understand why some people would throw them away. It's just extra. For me, if it's anime, I'm gonna pass. More often than not, me too, man. You spent $400 in June. Oof. Yeah, I mean it. Physical media adds up quick. That's why I have to wait for sales just to justify to myself, like, yeah, I saved money. I mean, I spent a lot, but I saved some too. No Kinos or Criterion for you. Well, pretty much every other boutique label is doing a sale. So whatever tickles your whistle, you're going to be able to get tickled pretty good. The good thing is I put $200 down on my credit card after spending $400. That's always good. Don't let that credit card get out of control. How's it going, Happy Optimist? My Twister 4K Steelbook ships from Groove today. Very nice. I'm surprised a bit that it took Universal a year to release Cocaine Bear on a Steelbook. I'm not, because they'll put out the Blu-ray, make everybody buy the Blu-ray, and then a few months later they'll put out the 4K. So people are like, well, I want this on 4K. I might have the Blu-ray already, but I'm just going to throw it away. And now they're doing a Steelbook, what, a year and a half later? Like, oh, I already have this on either Blu-ray or 4K, but that Steelbook looks mighty nice. Like, that's what they're doing to collectors right now. They are just trying to milk those teats any which way they can. And it's becoming exhausting. It's becoming like, okay, I can't play catch up and I can't like be a completionist with a lot of these things because there's so many sales that I just need to like wait for. And if I miss on a random release, I can always wait because there's probably something better coming right down the road. We're in a weird time as collectors right now. I feel like we're getting like taken advantage of, and it's up to you how loosey-goosey you want to be, I guess. Dante's Peak is a great film. Haven't seen it. Wait, see what Steelbooks are coming this fall. Yeah, no, I know. I break this up month for month just for my sake, but if you look down the road, there's a lot of good ones. Happy is here. Yes. But let's go into an Eli. Is House of Wax any good? I saw that when it came out in high school. What was that, 2004, 2005? House of Wax, 2003 maybe? Whenever Paris Hilton was really popular. That's the only reason why I went and why so many people went. It's because you wanted to see Paris Hilton die. I remember it being fine. It's a fine horror movie. But let's get back to another. I want to say this is on Amazon. Let me check really quick. But it's another animated movie. The Boy and the Heron. Is that on Amazon? It is. It is on Amazon. So let's go over here. Let's cancel this one out. Let's share this screen and go over to The Boy and the Heron. This is another G-Kids release. I like the way this one looks. I think this image looks stunning. And again, I'm not the biggest fan of anime. I will watch some. And this is what, the last movie from Miyazaki, if I have that correct. I might be wrong. And he might be making another one. This might just be his latest, not his last. But I've heard pretty good things about it. And my girls and I are slowly going through the Studio Ghibli catalog because my youngest is obsessed with anime right now. So this just might just be a blind buy and kind of shake her to her core and how good an animated 4K could look. Because I bet the sucker pops in 4K. Some of my favorite 4K physical media experiences have been with animated movies. They look so dang good. Again, I don't know anything about this, and I can only judge it from the front. But I think the front is pretty striking. I think not knowing anything about this world at all, it makes me want to know more about this world, just looking at that front cover. Boy and the Heron, for me, is going very good. I think I like that quite a bit. And just like with any other of these ranking videos, the very goods usually are the ones that kind of like reign supreme here with me. It doesn't take a lot to catch my attention, but if you do it right, you will get rewarded from me. Here's where we will get a little controversial, I guess. I think this one's only on Groove, if I remember correctly. The Twister Steelbook. Twister Steelbook. It is on Amazon. Really? Okay. I thought this was a Groove. It's expensive on Amazon. Maybe this is like another third-party person doing this. But let's share this screen. Go over to Twister. And I live in Iowa. I think I've said this so many times by now, but just in case you haven't heard it, I live in Iowa. This was partially filmed in Iowa. I feel like every single household in this state owns a copy of Twister, whether that be on VHS or now 4K. And for me, this looks very generic for this movie. This looks very clip arty, and I'm not a fan. I'm really not. I would rather don't silhouette them, don't like shadow puppet Twister. That seems like an odd choice to me. Looking on the back, we just get more cows. I'm not a fan of this art style. The inside looks great. I mean, that's what I want on the whole Steelbook. This art style that they chose for me personally does not, it doesn't vibe with me. There's a new featurette on here, which is good. I haven't looked at this yet. Jan de Bont discusses it. That's cool. Good. Directed Speed, directed Twister. What a great guy, that Jan de Bont. His name is also fun to say. I will rewatch this before Twisters comes out. I don't know. Is anybody excited for Twisters? I don't know how well that movie's going to do at the box office. I just, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be a big hit or if people do not care about Twister at all. But for me, I think the Steelbook is no good. I am not a fan of that artwork. If this could have been an easy good if they went with an art style that I liked, but just doing that, it doesn't vibe with me. If you like it, I hope many of you out there like it, especially if you're picking up the Steelbook. But for me, I'm just going to pick up the 4K on its own, and I will be absolutely fine with just the 4K. But both this one and Boy and the Heron come out the 9th, I believe, the second week of July. The majority of these down here, besides Knuckles, every other release here comes out the 16th, which is absolutely nuts. That is so many Steelbooks to come out in 1 week. Like this, every other structure that they have been doing every other week is just like loaded. It's kind of nice, but it's also like, dang, okay. I feel like I need to buy so many that week because they might be sold out. Because you never know with these suckers. At least when they were coming out every week, there was always an option to at least save up a little bit. I felt like a week had less of a pile up of releases. Doing this every other, at least like retail wise, and just like having this many releases come out in a week. Like there are at least 6-8 movies in this that I want to pick up. And I know that some of them I'm not going to because I don't have that type of money to spend, especially with all the sales going on. Like it's absolutely nuts. It's absolutely nuts how many sales there are, how expensive physical media is right now. It's crazy, y'all. Let's go over some of the comments. I gotta scroll up a little bit. Look at that. Yeah, I decided to pass on the Rocky 6 film 4K. You're gonna wait for it to drop down in price. That one will for sure. Mel, third time's the charm. I'm just following you around. Oh boy. Mel and Happy. Look at you two. Let's go. Appreciate it. I grabbed the Boy and the Heron one. I like that it fits with the other Studio Ghiblis. Yeah. And I don't have any other Studio Ghibli Steelbooks. We're streaming those on Max. I feel like I want to buy My Neighbor Totoro now because I love that movie so much. Out of all the ones that we've watched with Studio Ghibli, that's the one where I'm like, I can watch this every like couple of years and be completely charmed by it all over again. The artwork on Boy and the Heron, yeah, I thought it was good too. Good. Full blind buy for me on that one. Good. The goat of all anime, Akira. I still haven't seen Akira. There's a lot. I'm like my vast experience with anime is Pokemon. Like that's the main Pokemon. Sprinkle in some Digimon, little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh, and that's when I was like, I'm out. I'm done. I think I'm only getting 2 Criterion this month: Risky Business and After Hours. I got After Hours on the last sale. I will be picking up Risky Business because it's been a very long time since I've seen that sucker too. Finally got the Black Hawk Down 4K Steelbook. Very nice. What is my kids' favorite anime? They all love Totoro. Totoro is like the thing right now. I'm trying to get them to watch Ponyo next because I think my youngest will like Ponyo a lot. But we'll see. Talk to me about anime. I'm all in for that. Nope, I know nothing about it, so I don't have anything to say at all. I need to watch a lot more. Pre-order Twister on Amazon back in April for $27. Now it's $41. Yeah, that stuff's weird. I would think that would not be over $40. I would think that would be like $35. And I'm assuming on Groove is where you're going to get it the cheapest. Amazon, I think it's I guess I don't know 1,000%. I thought it was a Groove.com exclusive, and some resellers might just be selling it for an increased price over on Amazon. You never know. It's sold out now on Groove. That's why it's happening. Thank you very much. You still have that on pre-order, still waiting for it to get the notification. I'm curious why WB now released Rocky V and Rocky Balboa in the Steelbook treatment, but the other 4 released around the year ago. Remember what I said about milking the collector's teats for as much gooey liquid as they possibly can get? That is a prime example of that. I want to say that their excuse was that the 4K transfers of 5 and 6 weren't ready to go, and 1 through 4 were. So they did the knockout collection of 1 through 4, which is the majority of what people like about Rocky anyway. Like 1 is the main one. 2 is pretty good. 3 is Mr. T. Got some 80s nostalgia. And 4 is like just a music video of a movie, man. 1 through 4 are where like people have a lot of nostalgia for. 5 is whatever. 6 is good. 6 is a good like comeback story, which is what you want in a sports film at all times. I got the knockout collection sent to me from Warner Brothers, but I also bought the Steelbooks. And now I'm glad that they're doing 5 and 6 in that same style. Because if they would have changed up styles, I would have been furious. But I am going to pick up 5 and 6 because I like the franchise quite a bit. The Twister Steelbook is awful. You got the standard 4K just because of that? Good. You and me both. I'm excited for Twisters. Me and my mom are going to see it together. Like I said, I live in Iowa. People love the first movie. I'm not hearing anything around here, around these parts on the second one. We'll see if the hype kind of builds on that one. Have you never seen Twister? Even though you're in Illinois and very close to Iowa? Yeah. We've had a couple of tornadoes, and we've had one rip through a town. Like it literally just, you can see the path of destruction it went through. So viral marketing for Twisters is too much Twisters. What are you doing? What's your opinion on Disney Movie Club shutting down, as well as the deal with Disney and Sony and the whole physical media stuff going on? Disney Movie Club shutting down kind of makes sense since Disney isn't pressing their own discs anymore. It's going to be Sony. I've heard a lot of misinformation out there about the Sony not making Blu-ray discs anymore. It's only the writable Blu-ray discs, which I didn't even know they were making anymore. From what I've heard, the 2 departments that are getting axed are the writable, like the recordable Blu-rays, and the R&D department, which makes sense because there's not that much you can do with a Blu-ray disc anymore. Like what we have right now is about all we're going to have physical media wise. You can fit some more, you can fit more information on a disc, but I don't know if people are going to pay the premium price to have that information on the disc. I think what we have now is good enough. You don't need to do any more research on it. You have the disc. What do I watch on Tubi? Quite a bit. I am a fan of Tubi. I subscribe to so many streaming services. There's Netflix, Paramount Plus, Peacock, Prime Video, Hulu, Max, Shudder. That's 8. There's a couple more that I'm even forgetting about too. And Tubi's the one this past like 4 weeks that's free that I've been watching the most. So I don't know what's wrong with me. I just love it. I love the interface. And there's a lot of like random stuff you don't see anywhere else, which is very cool. I pre-ordered the Steelbook. SpongeBob is S tier. Gladiator 2 picks just dropped. It looks promising. I agree. I think I'm cautiously optimistic. Wow. That took my brain a little bit to figure out. I'm hoping it's good, but the big question mark on my head for that movie, man. I wish they would release the original Rocky Steelbooks because you never got those. Yeah, they sell out like crazy. What you might get is what they did with the Blu-rays and re-release everything in one Steelbook for like the collection of 1 through 6. I could see them doing that down the road. Fight Club and 7 are 2 of the holy grails of cinema. I'm going to make y'all proud. I'm watching those this week. Yeah. Fight Club and 7, very, very good. 2 different movies for sure, but yeah, Fincher classics for sure. Love them both. Does the Disney-Sony deal mean Disney discs will have better sound mixes? Who knows? I have no idea yet. I want to say the first disc coming out through this transfer partnership is the first Omen. And then yeah, the first Omen is the first one. I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is the second. Just trying to think of what's coming out here in the future. So we'll see. I have no idea, but I'm very interested to see that for myself too. Do I think we'll ever get a Fight Club 4K? Yes, absolutely. We will at some point. Don't know why it's taking so long. It's got to be a Fincher holdup for sure. Maybe he has like some type of he has to go over and look at. Okay, I think I might have to press pause on this for a second. I hate to do that, but my daughter can't fall asleep. She's got to get comfortable. Is that right? Okay, so I will be back in a couple of minutes. I will put up, let's see here, I will put up the tier list over here just to see, just to kind of show you what is left to come. And when I come back, we will talk some SpongeBob. Just okay. There's still 6 people here. That is shocking to me. My oldest, or yeah, both of my daughters and my wife went to an amusement park today. And I think like she's still excited, my youngest, from all the fun they had today. So we'll see how the rest of this live stream goes. But like I promised, let's go over the next Steelbook, which is a highlight. It might be like best of the year contender here. Let's stop sharing this. Let's go over here. I want to say it's a Walmart exclusive, right? And let's do the SpongeBob SquarePants. Where is it? 4K. Pop up. There it is. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. I love the SpongeBob show. I think the movies are just fine. But I mean, oh my God. Making the Steelbook look like SpongeBob is just, it's so easy. I'm glad they went that route because this looks amazing. The backside is just SpongeBob's backside. I don't know what the inside of this looks like, but I love everything about this. I think this is absolutely phenomenal. It is so easy. This was so easy to mess up, and they went exactly the way that I would have wanted them to go on this. This is easy, absolutely easy. Going over, oh God, going too quick here. Going over to tier list. This is S tier. This is amazing. This, as soon as I saw this announced, I was just like, I want to get my hands on this. This needs to be in my collection because this looks so phenomenal to me. I'm hoping the same. Everybody feels the same. We'll see. Hopefully in the comments, you guys let me know. You're still waiting for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes to go up on pre-order? Yeah, I announced that sucker last week, and I don't think it's been back up. Daddy duty's caught up. Yeah. Sometimes the wife played enough of a caretaker for them at the amusement park. I have to kind of do my role here too. Yeah, I'm hoping Walmart puts up Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes Steel soon. Hyped for that one. I do not want Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes Steelbook to be a Walmart exclusive. I want it to be a pre-order on Amazon. It hasn't been said if it's a retail exclusive or not. I have no idea where that sucker's going to land up. I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes Steelbook is going to be a Walmart exclusive. It might be, man. It might be. I'm debating on getting SpongeBob 4K. The Steelbook is the only reason why I'm getting that thing. One of the best movies from Nickelodeon is Rango. Yeah, Rango already got a Steelbook too. That sucker looks nice. So very happy SpongeBob is getting a 4K Steelbook treatment. Perfect. No notes. 1,000% agree. You didn't like Rango? Oh man, I love Rango. I feel like not enough people talk about Rango, and hopefully that 4K kind of changes that problem. Rango is just Chinatown animated with lizards. I love it. I have no qualm saying that I love Johnny Depp as a lizard, a gecko. But let's go. I think this next one is also a Walmart exclusive. Captain Phillips 4K Steelbook. Sure is. When in doubt, just look at Walmart because it's either going to be at Walmart or it's going to be on Amazon. Let's share this screen here and go look at some Captain Phillips. Here it is. Fun fact about me, I've had a Blu-ray Steelbook of Captain Phillips in my collection. Has to be for close to a decade, and I've never seen it. Will I buy the 4K Captain Phillips? No, I think I'm fine. This Steelbook is one of the reasons why I won't get it, because this is very lazy, to say the least. I don't know how big of a fan I am of this. You don't know what the hell is happening in this movie by looking at this. You can just tell, like, oh, Tom Hanks is in this, honey. I like Tom Hanks. Let's go pick this up. Not a fan. I don't know what the back looks like. Don't know what the inside looks like. But I do know what the front cover looks like. And that's enough for me to throw this sucker into the not good. I'm going not good. This is just lazy to me. This is just like Photoshop at its worst. Just slap a couple images on there. It'll be fine. Whatever. Out of any Steelbook, I want to get a quote. I'm the captain now is not on this. Are you serious? Come on. What do you do? What do you do? You thought it was okay, but not the greatest. I totally get that. You don't know what the movie's about. I know what Captain Phillips is about. I'm just saying if you know nothing about the movie and you look at this steelbook, you're like, oh, Tom Hanks, this is going to be nice. No, I don't know. I feel like I know what happens in Captain Phillips, and that's why I haven't watched Captain Phillips. But it's in the collection, so maybe one day I will watch it. But if I haven't watched it thus far, I don't know if I ever will. Let's be honest here. But next one up, what is the next one? Okay, we'll talk about, I think we've talked about this a little bit already, and I want to say this is on Amazon, is it not? The Rockies. Rocky. Let's start with Rocky 5. Rocky 5 4K. I want to say this is, you can pick this up anywhere. You can. Okay, perfect. Let's share the screen here. Bounce, toggle, Amazon, Rocky 5. Like I said, I love how they went with the same artwork that is with the rest of the releases. Is that down here? Did I move that? Yeah, they're up there now. Otherwise, I would grab them. But yeah, I like, even though this one looks very fake, like I know it is fake, I know it's an illustration, but this one just seems weird, does it not? I think this one seems a little bit off. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it seems off. And they only have the front cover on here. One of my gripes on Steelbooks, and like really only being able to buy them online now, is that you should be able to see every ounce of a Steelbook inside and out before spending money on them. Like $40 and you just get this front cover. It's kind of crap. Kind of crap if you ask me. But I do think I'm going to look at both Rocky 5 and Rocky Balboa at the same time. I don't think this one looks, actually, like this photo looks freaking weird on here too. Like the red ropes behind him. Something just looks off on this. Maybe this one doesn't, maybe it's not as bad as what I'm thinking it is. Maybe it'll look better in person, I guess. I'm hoping, because the other ones that I have in the series I think look fine. And I love that this comes with the director's cut. I don't know if I've ever seen the director's cut of Rocky Balboa. I don't know if this is the first time the director's cut of Rocky Balboa has been included in a physical media release. That can't be the case. But I don't know if it is off the top of my head or not. So I think this one's iffy because some, like that 5 just looks weird, and 6, the longer I look at it, the more I'm trying to tell myself that's not looking odd. I think I'm doing 5 and Balboa, both at good. I think just keeping the same art styles 1 through 4 guarantees it a slot in the good. That's where I'm going. Final answer. Speaking of good, maybe great, let's go to, I don't know if this is an exclusive or not. Let's just look at Walmart here and look up the Fall Guy Steelbook. There we go. I do have to say, I am a big fan of this artwork. I think that artwork looks great. It's going for the 1970s action aesthetic that the movie is about. I don't know, or at least the TV show is based off of. The back's a little plain. The back is what it is. You can't zoom in on this? Okay, that stinks. You can't. The front's great. The inside is great. The back's a little lazy. I will give it more credit than not, just because of the amazing artwork that we get here. And the disc artwork is a frame of the movie that is not included in any other part of the Steelbook itself. This, yeah, I like this release quite a bit. If the back, oh, and this zooms in, but the other one doesn't. Weird. Okay. We get some helicopter action here. Explosions on the abs of Ryan Gosling. Of course there is. A little guy falling in the A of a fall guy. I really enjoy that artwork quite a bit. If the back was stellar, this would be a no-brainer and amazing. But I think because of that back and because of that back only, this is going in the very good camp. If every ounce of this was amazing, this would be a no-brainer amazing. But I have a big enough gripe, and it takes over a fourth of the Steelbook. We got the front, the back, and both sides on the inside. If a fourth of the Steelbook is pretty lazy, it knocks it down a peg. Hate to do it, but I'm going to do it. Let's see here. We just went over 5 and 6 on Rocky, a boom boom. We might as well do the same thing with the Jaws franchise, right? Let's go to Amazon, because I don't think these are exclusives. And let's look up Jaws 3 Steelbook. And we'll look up both of these suckers. Jaws 3 Steelbook. I like how they stuck with the Jaws 2 aesthetic Steelbook. And the only thing they changed was the name and what the shark is looking at before they eat him. You could say it's a little bit lazy, but I do kind of like how that lines up. In fact, I do wish that they would re-release the first Jaws with this same aesthetic and style. Because I think that looks good. Jaws 2 looks good. This does the exact same thing. The back shows a nice frame from the movie. The inside does more of the same. I've never seen Jaws 3 or Jaws the Revenge. I have all of them on Blu-ray. The only reason why I want to pick up the 4K is because of this Steelbook. That has to say something, right? Since we're talking about Jaws 3, let's just talk Jaws the Revenge. Again, a pretty dang strong, same concept, different image. It works for me. You could rinse and repeat this. The Meg could do this, and I would be a fan. This one has Michael Caine in it, right? I'm pretty sure it does. Know nothing about this movie either. I've heard terrible things about Jaws the Revenge, if I'm being honest. But this Steelbook is nothing terrible at all. Let's stop sharing. Let's go into the tier list. And let's do, I think these are both very good. I think they are pretty strong releases. I could, if the argument was made, I could put these in amazing. But I think strictly because this concept has been done with 2, it doesn't feel as fresh with 3 in the Revenge. So I'm going very good. It's close. It's close. It could teeter-totter into either category, and I wouldn't complain too much. I really wouldn't. Man, there's a lot of comments that I haven't talked about yet. Let's go. Does my wife mind I watch wrestling? No, she doesn't care. I had no idea there was another cutoff. I had no idea there's another cut of Balboa. That's you meant. Yeah, I didn't either until this came out. So this must be the first time it's being released. The entire, kind of like what Stallone did for Rocky 4. Or he had that new cut of the film where he like cut the robot out and a couple of other things. The entire highlight of Captain Phillips is Tom Hanks getting called Irish. The only thing I know about that movie is like the boat gets hijacked and this guy is just like, I'm the captain now. That's it. That's all I know. I was made for loving the stunts. I need to watch The Fall Guy. I think I will love The Fall Guy. I can't wait to watch it on 4K. Yeah, this is a Walmart exclusive for The Fall Guy. Oh, and by the way, you delivered on the vinyl delivery video. Good. I'm glad you liked it. I like collecting all types of physical media, vinyl included. In fact, you go over to my Instagram story today. I'm cooking some beef fajitas. I'm listening to one of those vinyls. Alice, Sweet Alice. I love that soundtrack so much. How was The Fall Guy? I wanted to see it, but I missed out. I haven't seen it. I can't wait to. I heard that there were multiple cuts of it, but not sure if the seal includes both. I think it only just actually, I'm not 1,000% sure, so I'm not going to say on that one. Watch Jaws 3 in 4K Dolby Vision thanks to iTunes free upgrade. Looks great in 4K. The 3D scenes will always look bad. I forgot about the Jaws 3D effect of it all. They're definitely hiding that in this release for sure. Paul Heyman taking a power bomb. Yeah, that was brutal. That was brutal for sure. Now everyone has the opportunity to get all 4 Jaws movies. I have both Jaws Steelbooks on pre-order, and it's cheaper on Groove. I feel like I need to use Groove more often. Out of all of like the websites I go to, that seems like one that I touch maybe once a month. Same here. You've never seen Jaws 3 or The Revenge. I was shocked when you saw the reviews of Jaws 3 and really liked it. Jaws 4 you can't speak about. I feel like that's just I just watched Jaws for the first time a couple of years ago. Loved that movie. And I've heard Jaws 2 is pretty dang good too. I have the 4K. I have not seen that one yet either. You love trashy sequels? That's not a hot take. That's fun. Love what you love, man. Jaws. Hi, Jay Kyle. Hi, Media Play, Jay. Fall Guy theatrical cut was good, but the extended cut pacing is too slow. So you'd only recommend the theatrical cut. Good to know, man. Good to know. Yeah, the extended cut. It's extended by quite a bit, right? Isn't it an extra like 25, 30 minutes long? I thought it was like a big chunk of movie, which seems weird for like an action-packed movie like that to have, I guess. You would think like all the actiony bits would be included in that original cut. But I could be mistaken too. I don't know. I have not seen the movie yet. Next up, let's do this one because again, I don't have a lot to say on it. This one has to be on, I think this is a wide one too. Let's look on Amazon. Justice League, that one. Yeah, perfect. There's a Steelbook. I'll share it with you guys. Boom, 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 boom. Justice League, Crisis on Infinite Earths, Part 3. Warner Brothers has been nice enough to send me parts 1 and 2 on Steelbook. Steelbooks look great. I have not watched a single second of them yet, though. I know that this storyline in the comic books is like a biggie, a definite biggie. That does not look fun to me, though. I don't know anybody in that. I know Superman and Supergirl there and a couple Green Lanterns maybe, but the rest of those people I know nothing about at all. It's the same artwork, but it's a little bit different. I'll give them a little bit of credit there. But for me, really, this is just going to fall in the good camp, I think. This is just a solid, good release. And it's not making me want to watch these as quickly as maybe a Steelbook release could, I guess. If I'm being nice. I honestly, yeah. I don't have a lot to say on that one. I like DC. I like Justice League, but that's not doing a lot for me to want to pop the sucker in. Let me know in the comments if you've seen part 1 or part 2. I have not yet. Let's go with one of the horror movies that we have here, huh? Let's go and jump to the one with the cooler slipcover. Because I love, again, it's Lionsgate. It's going to be a Lionsgate Spooky Dookie release. But for me, when I saw that this slipcover opens up like a door, I was sold. I was absolutely sold. I've heard nothing but crappy reviews on The Strangers Chapter 1, which is unfortunate because The First Strangers is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. The Strangers Pray at Night is a very fun, enjoyable time. Not enjoyable. I mean, it's still like tension inducing, but there are a couple of like musical elements, not song choices played in kills in the second one that I won't forget. Like the pool scene in Pray at Night. Good stuff. And the Steelbook here does not look bad at all. I didn't realize it looked that cartoony. I've never zoomed in this far to it before. That's almost like a oil painting almost, right? Like an oil water painting. I like that. I like what the spine looks like on that sucker. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of this Steelbook. There's the back there. The more I'm looking at this, the more I'm loving it. But I mean, the slipcover game here. They're evolving the slipcover, just like when the side loader on Sizu with the knife. It's a thing that hasn't been done before. I've never seen this done before, with it opening up like a door, the peephole, and then you see the Steelbook before you slide it out. That's great. To me, this is amazing things. Anytime you can innovate physical media, I love to see it, man. I'm a sucker for it. I love me a good gimmick. Speaking of wrestling. And for me, Strangers Chapter 1 is going to amazing. I love every ounce of that Steelbook right there. And I cannot wait to open and shut this slipcover as many times as I possibly can. Bravo, Lionsgate. And speaking of Bravo, Lionsgate, let's just waste no more time and go to the other horror title of this week. One that I already have on 4K. And that I will double dip on once again because this Steelbook looks so dang good. It is Saw X, a movie that I do enjoy quite a bit. But I mean, dear Lord, look at that orgy on that front cover, huh? Look at all the body parts. I love it so much. That looks so clean. That looks so good. The inside, I'm assuming you slide it out and it's the same face on the Steelbook as it is right there. The X looks fine. I'm going to give that a pass. It's X for Saw X. That's good for me. Because the inside here, dear Lord, the discs are the eyeballs that are getting sucked out at the beginning of this movie. Look at that. I can't wait to put my eyeballs on those eyeballs. I will have a lot of fun making this unboxing video. I can already tell. I love this sucker too. I'm also a sucker for the Saw franchise. I think Saw 1 through 6 tell some of the best storytelling in horror movie history. It's doesn't get the love it deserves. People think Saw is trashy. Saw is very, very good stuff, in my opinion. Saw, this is a no-brainer. This is amazing. There are a lot of very solid steelbooks coming out this month, folks. At the very end of this video, I am going to do a ranking. Like I'm already ranking them amazing, very good, but I will do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and amazing, and just order them all from best to least best. But we still have 4 more steelbooks to go over. So let's waste no more time. We have what, 2 animated and 2 live action. Let's end with an animated. So let's do a live action one right now. Actually, I want to go over comments and then I'll do a live action one. Got to scroll up a little bit. Jaws. Okay. Yeah, I think you get the extended cut with the Walmart exclusive, but you don't get it if you don't get the Walmart exclusive. That makes sense. I have the digital copy of Fall Guy. So I think, yeah, 20 minutes, an extra 20 minutes is crazy. That's the only special feature digitally. That's a little bit crappy. That's one of the main reasons why I like collecting physical media, is because you get all those extras on there. Thinking about watching the first 2 parts of these on HBO Max. The Strangers? Is that what you're talking about? Just about the Justice League. I got you. How's it going, Bad Blocks? What's your favorite DC animated movie? Probably Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. I really like that one quite a bit. Killing Joke was kind of a disappointment. I saw that one in theaters too. I've only seen a handful, but Batman Beyond, I'm a huge fan of that one for sure. Wait, that's a Lionsgate Steelbook? Sure is. Lionsgate is coming out, I want to say in the next couple of months, there's going to be another Strangers movie in theaters too. I want to say they're going to release 3 in 1 year, and they're all being released by Lionsgate. I think that Strangers 1 is super creative and cool, but the movie, from what I hear, is straight up awful. That's exactly what I hear, Justin. I hear it's more or less a remake of the first movie, but not nearly as good, which stinks. I'm not going to lie, the Lionsgate got creative with the Steelbook. Lionsgate is always creative with their Steelbooks. I love, they are so innovative with their stuff. Out of the major studios, Lionsgate is by far my favorite one that makes Steelbooks. I would get that, but since I've heard such terrible things, I'm not going to. I'm hoping I get it for a review. Fingers crossed. But I would definitely buy that one just because it looks so good. The inside art on Saw X is crazy. Love the discs being eyes. Yes, they understood the assignment on that one for sure. Oh my god, that is awesome looking Saw X. Absolutely. When my Walmart had these out a couple days ago, really, with the Saw X, lucky. Hopefully you picked one up. Your B day is July 19th. My B-Day is July 27th, so we are very, very close there. We still need some of the Saw movies on 4K Steelbook. Yes. Like, you know how there's a giant Friday the 13th box set, and you know how there's even one for Michael Myers, and it's getting like individual releases. It stinks that there's not a big, beefy box set for Saw, because it deserves it. And Lionsgate would knock it out of the park. My Steelbook box set video that's going to be up tomorrow are a lot of Lionsgate titles, and out of all the box sets, Lionsgate does such a great job. My favorite one is the Rambo one. They do such a great job with their Steelbook box sets. I would love for them to do one for Saw. Absolutely love it. Saw X is an automatic grab and a Jigsaw impression. Yes, I would like to play a game. Good news, my 2 Steelbooks from Walmart. You just got a notification they'll be there in a couple days. Nice, man. Nice. But let's go to Halo Season 2 Steelbook, a show I've never watched a second of. Ooh, where is Halo Season 2? Is this an Amazon exclusive? It's not on Walmart. Let's look on Amazon. Halo Season 2. It is. Okay. Amazon exclusive it is. Look at that. Let's share the screen here now that I finally found it. Boom, boom, boom. Here it is. Halo Season 2. That's as far as it zooms in, Jesus. I was a big fan of Halos 1, 2, and 3, and Reach. And then I haven't played one ever since. And the show, from what I've heard, is a mixed bag. I heard season 1 is very slow. Season 2 picks up the pace a little bit. But yeah, I don't have any intention on watching this series. But I gotta say, being a Halo fan, this is pretty cool. And it looks like it's one of those steelbooks that opens up and it's one continuous shot with all of the soldier helmets on the guns. Cool concept. I love the inside artwork too. I think on this one, $50 is crazy. $50? That's insane. My God. But I don't like to include the price on this. I like to just base it off the steelbook alone. And just based off the steelbook, I'm in between good and very good. Yeah. If it's very good, it's gonna go at the very end of very good. And if it's at good, it's gonna be at the front of good. Let's stick it in good. Stick it in good. Final answer. Final answer. This next steelbook, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. Oshi something. It's another anime, so I'm gonna have trouble with this regardless. Hopefully, it's still in the search history. Is it Oshinoko? It is. It's this one. I found it, guys. Okay, let's go here. Oshinoko. Don't know about this one. Oshinoko season 1. Yep, that's an anime if I've ever seen it. Oh, hey, anime people on the discs. The extras, no anime people on the discs. There's a slipcover on this sucker. Oh my God. This looks fine. I don't know what the front of the slipcover is going to be, and if it's not showing us, I'm assuming that means that there's no artwork on the front of the slip. And it's just, it's blank. It's just going to be blank with the name of the show on there that goes right there. I don't hate this. I think this is fine. I think if you're a fan of the show, you're really going to like this. The inside just being the starry bits, that's lazy, got to say. But with a 3-disc set, you can be kind of lazy on the inside because you're not going to pop out all those discs at one time. I'm starting to come around on this. I do like what the slipcover does here. It's not a lot, but it does do just enough, in my opinion. For me, Oshinoko, I don't even know how the heck to say it. I did say it. Okay, good. Okay. Oshinoko is going in the good category, I think. It's not blowing my socks off. It's not making me want to watch the anime. So that's a safe bet there. We've got 2 more left, but we have a lot of comments in here, so I'm going to go over them. Never watched Halo Season 1, but I did play the game when I was younger. Yep. In the same boat. Paramount did the Halo brand dirty. Hey, yo, Halo. The Halo games are good, but the show is meh. Okay. I mean, $50 for an entire season of a show on 4K isn't too bad, really. Yeah, I guess when you think about it like that. True. Great pronunciation. Good to hear. Haven't seen this show. Seen better for anime steelbooks. Agreed, for sure. The Knuckles TV show I've heard very bad. I actually didn't hate it. It's watchable. It's also, I wouldn't want to say forgettable. You don't need to watch this if you're a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan or a fan of the other movies. This is just kind of like an outlier tale. It's okay. My heart is crying for you because my favorite Haven anime. Don't even know what you're talking about, man. You're so happy for anime. I'm glad someone is. I'm glad someone is, because that's someone I don't think is going to be me anytime soon. But I'm glad you like it, man. We have 2 more left. What were the other 2 that we had left? Okay, here is one that kind of is just like, I guess I like this. I guess I'm not mad at this. I didn't know that there were 3 of these. Escape Plan 3 film collection. I knew of 2 because I think I have 1 and 2, but I did not have 3 at all. Let's share this screen. Escape Plan 3 movie collection, Walmart exclusive steelbook. If you have no idea what Escape Plan is, this is not going to sell you at all. This looks like a big sci-fi adventure, and Escape Plan, when I think of that movie, is not that. How you don't include Sylvester Stallone on the front cover is baffling me, and normally Lionsgate hits these out of the park. But for me, This is a giant miss. Like, you can that mush mouth head kind of, that resembles more of Fred Flintstone than it does Sylvester Stallone, right? Am I crazy here? A lot of skulls in here. I mean, I like some of the artwork here. I hate that. I hate the shadow people. Yuck. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I'm just disgusted by it. The more this just seems like a cash grab. But for $25 for 3 movies, that's not bad. It's really not that bad. I don't like this. I don't like this. This makes me think it's a slip cover that goes over it, but I would assume this is just a J card on here. Because if it was a slip cover, it would show you in the pictures, you would think. I'm not a fan. I don't even want to talk anymore about it. This sucker, does this go to terrible? I think it does. I think I would rather get Twister or Captain Phillips than I would Escape Plan. I think this is a terrible looking Steelbook. They did not understand the assignment of selling Sylvester Stallone, Dolph Lundgren, like those two playing off of one another in this franchise. No good. No good, as Sonic would say. That's no good. So, speaking of Sonic, let's get to the last one. I don't think it's a Walmart exclusive. It might. Let's look. Knuckles. Steelbook. Boom. Is it on Walmart? It is on Walmart. Look at that. Okay. I want to say you can get this one from both places, but last but not least, let's do some Knuckles. I do like Idris Elba's impression, his take on Knuckles. It's not like any other type of Knuckles that I've ever seen, but that kind of makes it unique too. Okay, this is a terrible angle. Sorry. Here we go. Very blurry, but I mean, this is what you want with Knuckles. It's Knuckles. The inside, you get Sonic and Knuckles with a VR helmet, and on the back, I guess that is in the first episode. Knuckles sitting. It's like all of this is from the first episode. There is nothing else. It's like the person that designed this only watched the first episode and they're like, yeah, this is all we need, right? Or maybe they hated the show and like, I can't watch any more of this. It's fine enough. Like, it's fun to watch with kids. We watched it pretty quickly. It does not take itself seriously at all. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, forgettable entertainment. And honestly, for this being less than $30, that's pretty good because this is pretty long. It's 6 episodes. I want to say it's like 3.5 hours. Does it have a runtime on here? Oh, duration 0 minutes. I think that's wrong. I want to say this is like 3 hours, around 3 hours, give or take. Honestly, I think I'm giving Knuckles a good. It's not blowing any wind anywhere on my body, but it's getting the job done too. I'm not offended by it. So it's going with a good. Going with the good. Before I start ranking everything, let's go over some of your comments, and then I will start ranking all of these suckers. Woo, anime. That looks so generic. Have you binged Tulsa King yet? I haven't. There's 2 seasons out of that now, right? Escape Plan trilogy, your Steelbook you're debating on. Hopefully, I mean, for the deal for all 3 of those movies for $25, it's not bad. Just the Steelbook. Hopefully, it looks better in person. I'll say that. Is that Arnold in that too? I forgot he was in that. I think he was only in the first one, right? And Dolph was in the second one, if I remember correctly. Nice Sonic impression. Thank you very much. I love the animated series, man. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes pre-order is now up at Walmart. There you go. This is not a drill. Joshi knows. He's in Australia, and he's telling all of us U.S. people that it's up. Now Knuckles is a show Paramount did good on. You're probably going to get that Steelbook. Like I said, I don't hate the show at all. Marrowbone has Anna Taylor-Joy, so I'm seated. I've never heard of Marrowbone. Is that a new movie she's in? Very interesting. But now, let's go and rank these suckers, shall we? We will do the best to least best. And honestly, my gut is telling me Saw X goes first, followed up very closely by SpongeBob. What a hell of a dynamic duo that is. Followed up very closely by Strangers with the innovation of that slipcover. I love it. And then The Meg. And then Angel Has Fallen. I love all of these, but I think that's the order I would go in. And even like a 1 and 2 is a toss-up. I think every single factor in this Saw X one puts it over just the front and back of a sponge on SpongeBob. I will say that. Going to the very good camp, I think out of all of these, this is where it gets a little bit tougher. I think I like the Fall Guy the best, followed by. I wish I could see more of the Boy and the Heron Steelbook artwork because that is just kind of mesmerizing here. I want to say this is either 2 or 3. It's either going Boy and Heron Taxi Driver or Taxi Driver Boy and Heron. I think I'm going Taxi Driver, Boy and the Heron, Diary of the Dead, Jaws, and then Cocaine Bear. Yeah, I like that. I know Evangelion is going to be pretty far down this list. Same with Forrest Gump around this area. I think Halo is going to go at the very top of the goods. Come on. There we go. And then, man, this is just a big cluster, isn't it? Because I think these are the way I want them, and I think there's nothing I can do with that. But I think, like, this is just all generic, right? This whole good is just very generic. I think this one that I know nothing about is probably my second favorite, if I'm being honest. And then I would probably go both the Rockies. I like Knuckles better than Forrest Gump and DC. I think it's how I would do it. I think that is the list, folks. I think this is the list of my best to least best releases for Steelbooks in the month of July. Pretty dang solid month, if I do say so myself. And I feel like we should look at August before we call it a day. Let's do it's right here, right? Yeah, because there's a lot in August too. I can't look at all of the Steelbooks on this one, unfortunately. I can just look at a big list. But in August, there's a lot of heavy hitters, man. And in fact, past August, we have no idea what's coming out. We have Boar, which has been on the list all year. So I'm guessing it's not going to come out anytime soon. And Bad Boys Ride or Die, which we've seen, it looks pretty dang good. But in August, we have Collateral, we have Furiosa, Joker, Beetlejuice, all of the Lionsgate Steelbooks that they announced that are Walmart exclusives. Return of the Living Dead from Scream Factory, a couple of Scream Factories. The Evil Dead 2013, The Last Unicorn, which is random. The Drive Steelbook, that's going to be a contender for one of the best of the year if you haven't seen that. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes is pretty dang solid. This says it's wide, so this is not going to be an exclusive anywhere. That's good to know. Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie. I need to see that Steelbook. That's going to bring back a lot of memories for me. And then Star Trek Discovery. The last Star Trek Steelbook for a TV show that came out with magnets. And that was like one of my favorite releases of the year because it came with magnets on the front of it. Very, very cool stuff. And then Arrow is coming out with Desperado. Like, there's a lot of very solid releases for August, too. And I can't wait to talk to each and every one of you about those. There's no way Apes is $65. I don't see that. It's just it's got to be just a placeholder, I would think. Tony mentioned Marrowbone as his underrated film pick. You remember? Yes, Jesus, yes. I totally forgot about that. Are you freaking kidding me? King play? There's no way. There's no way it's going to stay at 65. Are you going to see A Quiet Place day one? Probably not. I loved seeing the first Quiet Place in theaters because it was such a unique experience. People trying to be quiet, people eating their popcorn so quietly, and then when action happened, they would just shovel all the drinks and candy in their mouth. I watched it at home. A lot of plot holes, a lot of just like, this would not happen type scenarios. So if I'm ever going to see A Quiet Place day one, I'm going to see it in theaters. I just don't know if I'm going to make it out. I don't know. I know this weekend I'm going to make myself go see Maxine in theaters. I thought X was fine. And I absolutely adored Pearl. watching Pearl made me appreciate X so much more. And Maxine being a type of Jallo type take on that world. Can't wait. Can't wait. Neon Genesis, you mean? Evangelion? Maybe. I don't know. Sure. I'll take your word for it. Happy. Saw Quiet Place day one last night. It was okay. Yeah. It made a good amount of money, but I've heard very okay things about it. Should I pre-order Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes or should I wait? It says limited edition on the pre-order. If you do pre-order it, it will charge your card the cost of what it actually is, not the $65 that it has up there. So if that's the way you want to go, I think it's a sharp looking Steelbook, but it's up to you if you want to pre-order it or not. But we have been on here pretty dang long. Thanks again for waiting it out with me while I put my little girl to bed, and B, for just being here live or watching the replay. I hope you had a good time, because I have a good time doing these. I'll see you again in August. But again, tomorrow I do have the best Steelbook box sets video coming out. Should be out around like 1:30. I think it's when I programmed it to go live. It's about an hour long. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I had a good time, but very long time recording that sucker, editing that sucker. On Wednesday, I will be live with Last Movie Standing, talking about Crybaby from Kino Lorber. Just watch that sucker. What a fun time that movie is. And then Fridays, I usually go live to talk about all the movies I got this week. I don't know if I'm doing that this week with the 4th or not. I might just have like a supersized one the following week. We'll see. Friday, I might go see Maxine. It's like the only day that I know for a fact I can go see it. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Maybe this Friday, maybe next Friday. But thank you for everybody for watching this sucker. Appreciate it. And until next time, I'll see you.